Hey guys, I'm here to film my December monthly plan with me. I will warn you that I'm not sick, but for whatever reason I'm very congested and sniffly, so I'm gonna try to cut that stuff out because I know it's kind of gross and you don't necessarily want to hear it. So if this video is a little choppy, it's because I'm trying to cut that stuff out. We'll be using this kit from CricketPaperCo. So this is the first page and this is the second page. It's a very simple kit, only 2 pages, and it was only $6, which is really nice, especially considering that this is matte vinyl paper and it's really nice paper. So I'm really excited to use this. It did come with this little freebie, so I'm probably going to go ahead and use some things off of here because I feel like it does match, and I will probably be wanting to pull in some little boxes and things, so I'll be probably using this along with some other things from my collection. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to put my headers at the top. I'm going to put this big piece there, and then I'm not exactly sure how this, oh okay, so there's a spot for a header, so I'm gonna go ahead and put these down the side and then I will be right back. Okay, so I have all of that down and I'm really happy with it. I'm sure you guys could tell that I was struggling a bit to get the stickers down, and I'm just not good at placing large stickers, and that I was actually really shocked to see that the sidebar was all one because I didn't know that that was the case, so I tried to kind of show you, which is really cool, but at the same time, like I said, I'm horrible at putting down stickers. But the really nice thing about CricketPaperCo is that her matte vinyl is removable, and a lot of the matte vinyl I've worked with in the past, that is not the case. So you could see me pull things up and down like several times trying to get them perfect, and it was totally fine because everything was completely removable. I just realized that I did not cover up the 30th, and that would be what this box is in here for. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that down, and then the other reason, not just for these big pesky stickers, but the other reason that I love removable matte for monthly is that I feel like your plans are a lot less set in stone when you're, you know, putting them down a month in advance. So if something were to change, you could just pull it right back up and you wouldn't tear your page or ruin your stickers. So that's really nice. The next thing that I'm gonna do is I am gonna go through and put in all of the well, not all of the holidays. I'm going to put in these 3 holidays because I don't celebrate Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, but I do think it's really awesome that she puts that in there because obviously, oh, and then this is New Year's Eve. So those are split. That's super nice that she does that, since Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve are these tiny boxes. It's a little bent. That way you don't go in completely covering the entire thing. So I'm going to put in these 4 holidays, and I will again be right back. So I went ahead and I whited out just with this Bic whiteout Easy Correct the months, or I'm sorry, the holidays that I'm not celebrating, and then I also had some random black smudges there, so I wanted to go ahead and white that out too because I'm not sure exactly what that was or why it was there. So I guess at this point I'm just gonna go in kind of day by day and put in everything that I have per day. So on Friday I do have 2 bills due, so I'm just gonna take 2 of these and kind of stack them. Sorry about that, my camera keeps running out of memory. So like I said, just stacking the bill dues. I also like feel like every time I plan I'm wearing this green sweater just because it's one of my favorites and it's easy to throw on over whatever I'm wearing. So I promise I do change my clothes. I just happen to be wearing this little sweater a lot. Okay, and then the only other thing I want to put for the first is that I do have a meeting. So I think I'm going to take this little dark green kind of label because it's very skinny and that works well. Whoops. Love this removable, like it removes so easily, it's so nice. Okay, Saturday, the only thing I have is another bill due, so I'm gonna take this darker green, put that there. Okay, then I don't have anything again until the 4th when I have 2 papers due. So I think I'm gonna take 2 of these little flags and just kind of like layer them on the side so I can write in both of the papers, and I'm using them as kind of like bullet points. The 5th, I need to give my dogs their heartworm pill. So I think I'm gonna use one of these little hearts because that makes sense. I'm wondering, I think I can just put that in without needing to necessarily have a box for it. So I have that there. The 7th, I have another bill due. I think that's my last one for the month. So I'll put that down. And then, let's see. This is also the last day of class, so I'm wondering if I should use one of like these from the freebie, and because it's kind of like a celebratory thing. So yeah, I think I'm gonna use this little green kind of quarter box and put that in there. Oh, I forgot. I forgot that these are not obviously sized to the monthly. They're sized for the weekly layouts, which is totally fine, but that just means I need to center it a little bit more. So there's that. The 8th is we have an event called Christmas on Campus, where basically we host a bunch of like little kids to come to our campus, and I believe that I'm gonna need to be working it this year because I need more service hours, and at the same time it's also a day where like there's no class, so it'd be good to mark. So I need to remember to center this, and I'm just gonna put Christmas on Campus, and I think I'm gonna try to pull out something Christmassy to put there. So I have this little freebie from Creating&Co with her little Oscar owls. This one's holding like a little mug, so I'm just gonna put him right there just for some extra little deco. Then on the 12th is one of my friend's birthdays. I brought out these little birthday labels. They're from my shop. Again, they are formatted for the weekly spread, so if you want to use them, you'll have to kind of center them a little bit, but I absolutely do not mind doing that for a monthly spread. I like to make all my stickers work wherever I can, so it's ideal to be able to do that. On Wednesday, I have an exam, and I don't really want to use anything super fun to mark that because I'm not excited about this exam. So maybe I'll just use one of these little exclamation points, because it's like, you have an exam, don't forget, but also don't draw too much attention to it because it'll make you sad. Then this is all when I start being off of school, and I don't have any plans for that week yet, which is actually really nice to think about. So I'm sure this will get filled in more as the month goes on. But the 23rd is my cousin's birthday, so I'm gonna go ahead and put in, let's see, I have 2 more birthdays to mark on the 29th, so I'll just do, I was gonna make sure I wasn't gonna do 2 greens on the same day, so I'll put that birthday there, and then I'll go ahead and put the birthday for the 29th because it's there. So I've almost used up this sheet, which is pretty cool. Sorry, you're kind of out of focus there, or out of frame a little bit. Actually the 29th was the next thing I needed to mark. So wow, we breezed right through that. I just don't have a ton going on this month, so that's kind of the result of that. I can go ahead and put in my paydays. So I believe I will get paid on the 7th. So maybe I should move this down a little bit. Also, I'm sorry if you see this like disgusting cut on my thumb. I'm gross. Alright, so I'm gonna put this little payday square. I am gonna overlap it a little bit, I think, just because of the nature of not having a ton of room in this tiny little box. And then the next day that I would get paid, I think, is the 22nd. So, and then of course there are Etsy paydays in between there. But I don't necessarily have enough to mark all those days, and that just happens every Monday. So I would need 1, 2, 3. I don't know if they would pay on Christmas, so but I don't need to mark those just because I know when that's happening. So that is pretty much it for that. I definitely want to use some of these, but we'll kind of like pull those in as things come up. So then the last thing is the sidebar, and that didn't come with any headers. So I pulled out this sheet from ScribblePrintsCo, which is very old. It was the vlogger favorites, and I feel like some of these like gray neutral sidebar things would work well. And then I have this sheet where I've kind of compiled some like leftover headers, and I wanted to use the books I'm reading off of that. So I will be kind of mixing headers, but I don't mind. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog barking. So I did books I'm reading, I'm gonna do work, and that just helps me keep track of the tasks that I'm doing at work. Shopping, or no, I think shopping's cute because it's December, so like Christmas shopping. And then I'm just gonna do goals. Okay, so that is everything all filled out. I will probably actually fill it out with pen later. She does recommend that for her paper you use Sharpie fine tip pens or markers. Oh, and I forgot to do my numbers. Alright, so the very last thing I'm going to do is go in and put my numbers in, and I'm obviously going to speed this up because that would be so boring for you guys to sit and watch. Alright, so putting those down was definitely tedious. They're very small stickers, but I do think it kind of makes the whole kit just look really nice and put together. And yeah, so this is the finished spread. Obviously this side is much more concentrated than this side. I'm not really sure why, but I think the whole thing will balance out and fill up as the month progresses. So I'm not going to fill this out for the camera just because There's not too much to write in, and I don't think it'll make the monthly spread look all that different, but I will post some updates of how this is looking on my Instagram. So if you want to follow me, it's at moongirlplans, and I'll write that down in the description. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a lovely December, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.